Hi, welcome, welcome. I am so glad you joined today. I'm Kelly Pitts, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Lubbock, Texas, and I have a blog and website at kelly@createwithkelly.com. And you do have to spell the Kelly, K-E-L-L-E-Y, which is the right way. I know there's a lot of other Kellys out there spelled a different way. But if you're going to get to my website, that's how you spell it. I would appreciate it if you would let me know that you're watching, who you are and where you're from and all those kind of things. And today we're going to be doing a Christmas card that features the Night Divine stamp set. And it's not Christmas paper at all, but I feel like the card kind of has a Christmas season feel without being too Christmassy. I think it could be used other times of year when the sentiment is appropriate. And I just love this stamp set, the Night Divine stamp set. It's just beautiful. It just really makes you feel like it gives God the praise he deserves, right? And thank you, Jesus, for coming to earth and being born here as a son of man and son of God. We do appreciate that. And I think this set really shows that, epitomizes that, however you want to call it. But I really liked this paper with the translucent floral. I wanted to show how you could use something totally different that's unexpected and still make it work for Christmas or other seasons of the year. So I think this is beautiful paper. And this is one of the sheets that doesn't have the florals. It's more of a leafy. We're also going to use the Layering Leaves stamp set. That's the Rachel Tessman $1 Million stamp set. And the coordinating Bough Punch that goes with that. That's right here. And all these should be listed in the supplies, I'm hoping. Connected to this video. And we're also using the deckled rectangle dies, which are awesome, and I use them a ton. So hope you will enjoy this, and we will go ahead and get started. This is one of the cards that we made at our retreat. I've been kind of showing everybody just in case, because I don't know which videos y'all might watch first. So these are the cards that I designed and we made at our retreat on about a week ago. And I made 11 kits and we made all 16 cards in one weekend. So we were busy campers. I was busy ahead of time and that day, but everybody had a lot of fun. We had Christmas light necklaces on and all that. So we had a ton of fun. And I hope you enjoy today's card. This is a pretty simple one. Excuse me. Excuse me. Goodness. Had a sneezing fit right there. So this was a fun one, like I was saying, and it's an easy one. So we will get through it quickly. I wanted to make sure that my people who got this class to go have all their videos where they can do these cards soon. All right. We will get our bone folder, and this is the typical 8.5 by 5.5, but it is scored at 2 1/8 from this end and 2 1/8 from this end, rather than the 4 1/4, and that leaves the 4 1/4 section in the middle. How about that? 4 1/4 plus 2 1/8 and 2 1/8 equal the full length of the card, 8.5. Okay, and usually the scores, you measure it, but it doesn't always come out exactly right. So I usually take this edge of the second edge of the card and bump it up next to this edge, the left edge. Take the right edge, bump it up to the left, or vice versa, whichever way. So get one of them scored really well and burnished with your bone folder, and then pull the other one over to it to make sure you don't have a big gap in between these two. And I really like for it to lay flat, so I am making sure that score line is really burnished, especially on a gatefold. It seems to want to poke up more. Okay, we're going to use our 2 pieces of the translucent floral, like I said, paper. And it has the pretty peacock just pattern on one side, and we're going to use the gorgeous pattern that's kind of partridge in a pear tree-ish, or kind of palm sundae-ish, kind of a mixture of all that, I thought, that just worked perfectly with this sentiment. Oops, I was going to try to match those up. You might look, if y'all got a kit, I did cut them together and put them in there so you can see that those match. So I'm going to do this one on this side, and they're barely going to have a border all the way around. These are about 2 1/8 by 5 3/8, I believe. No, that'd be 2. Let's just check, shall we? I think it's 2 by 5 3/8, but might be a little less than 2. Yes, 2. I usually do 5 1/4, but I think I made this one a little more. Yeah, 5 3/8. 2 by 5 3/8 are what these two pieces are. And again, I've been messing around, so I'm going to make sure this lines up before I glue it down. Yep. Okay. Now I'll get to my borders where you have that even border all the way around. Okay, isn't that pretty? Now with the deckled, I'm going to pop this up, so I don't need really both layers popped up. So I'm only going to glue one side. I'm going to glue this side. I'm going to cover this side up. So we only get glue on half of it. In fact, I don't even go all the way to the halfway point, just so I'm sure I don't get it on the other side where I don't need it. Okay. So we've got that glued down, even border all the way around, and that way it will open. And this is Pretty Peacock, if I didn't say that before. Pretty Peacock, which is a color I love and was so glad they brought back, because it wasn't in color and went out for a while when it retired, and then they brought it back. So I hope it stays forever. I love it. All right, whoops, I forgot to change the camera again. Here we go. I forget to look up. Sorry, my sneeze made me sniffle. Now I'll probably have lipstick everywhere and everything else. Okay, we're going to stamp the front, and I'm going to try this. Those of you who got a kit from me, I think you just got a white piece. I'm hoping you got a white piece. If I didn't, I might have forgotten this one. I'm not sure. But I thought it'd be easier, and I really believe it would, if you would stamp it at home and then die cut it out. But today I'm going to try it like this. We may have to go back to the other way, but since it is a cling stamp and not a photopolymer stamp, it's kind of harder to tell where you're stamping. So we're going to see if we can do this on the die already cut. And we know that it's going to be closer to the top than the bottom. I want to leave room at the bottom to be able to put that ribbon around and the little branch at the bottom, or the little bough, however you want to look at it. Okay, we shall see. I may get my head in the camera. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how this goes. Closer to the top, leaving room at the bottom. I'll scooch it up now. Using some pressure, even pressure all the way around, trying not to rock it. Just want to make sure we get it coated well. And I'm grabbing the bottom with my left hand there. I'm grabbing the bottom of this paper here to hold it so that can come straight up. Woohoo! I did it. Yay! Isn't that gorgeous? I just love that stamp. So that could be used if you've got a Sunday school friend or something you want to send a card to. It doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas. It could be for lots of occasions. Okay, whoops, we're going to leave that out and go ahead and stamp the inside of our card. And I thought we had a piece of Designer Series paper here too It went on the inside. Yikes, I'm not seeing that in this set. Let me see if I've got one extra here. I'm hoping. Cross your fingers. I'll steal it from somebody else's set and then hope that I have one extra somewhere that I can find when I'm not on camera. Looks like I don't have another one. Okay. Well, we will do something else. We're just going to stamp our, let's stamp the joy and peace. I really like our greetings to be in a darker color. I think they show up better. They read better if they're darker. Sorry if I'm being loud there. I'm just making sure I don't have that little strip of DSP. You should have like this 1/2 inch by 4 inch strip in your kit. If you got a kit. If you didn't, I am going to have a PDF tutorial for sale with all 16 card designs that you can use. How fun is that? Okay, we're going to have joy and peace at the top. And I'm going to do something a little different. We're going to try this out and see how this works. Here. And then I'm going to come back and use one of the stamps that I have not ever used. Well, first, since we've got it inked up, we'll just go ahead and stamp it on another little scrap piece of Pretty Peacock. And we're going to do it straight. Your tendency is to do it at an angle, but we're going to use the Bough Punch. And the Bough Punch has it straight. So we're going to stick it in. You can do it from either end. Whichever way you stamp it, you'll have to just match it up with the punch. If you can see that, I've got it lined up. Or I did. I may have let it go a little bit. Excuse me. Sorry, didn't have warning to mute my mic there. Okay, so we've got that one. We're going to clean the stamp and use this other one that's very similar and cuts out with the same punch. It just has a different leaf pattern. And I don't have enough paper to do both of them straight. So we're going to see if we can finagle that and make it work. Should be able to. If you don't get it way crooked, you should be able to do that. And you can kind of grip it a little bit and look at it and move it around before you actually punch. Make sure you've got it where you want it. And punch. Those two, I think I used 2 on the front. Nope, maybe I used just 1 on the front. Okay. Well, we'll have a choice on the inside, won't we? If we do one on the inside. Okay. We're going to clean these real quickly on our Stampin' Chamois. So I can get those out of the way. And now we'll use another stamp. Like I said, I have not used this before. So we're just going to try it. This should be a fill-in stamp that ought to work. We're going to try that in Granny Apple Green or Lemon Lime Twist. I think we're going to go, let's see. I think we'll go Granny Apple. Okay. We'll just see how this works, won't we? We like to experiment when we're live, right? Okay, here goes. And I'm going to stamp that off on some scratch paper first, since I've never used it, but it did beautifully. Okay, now we'll see if it lines up with this like I expect it to. And we'll do a little two-step stamping. Woo! Hit the camera. Sorry. Oops. Sorry about that. All right. That was a little dark. Let's see how we like that on the inside. If we have one that's green, and then maybe do the other one. No, because then we don't, unless you use a ribbon or something. That's not really, I think that'll be fine. It's not as pretty as bringing the little strip in, but I must have run out of little strips, or it fell out in my little box here. Let's check one more time and just see if it might happen to be at the bottom. It wasn't in an envelope. I am not seeing it. Okay. We give up. But I think that's pretty. I think we'll try the other side, since we have such gorgeous cardstock that is wonderful quality. Stampin' Up! Really knows how to do the quality deal. So you can actually stamp on the other side of the white and not see through it most of the time, which is awesome. All right, we're going to use our Joy and Peace again. Always look at the bottom. Always flip it over to make sure you've got it coated well. And I'm going to try Lemon Lime Twist on this stamp, and I may try that other leafy pattern. I'm going to try that with Lemon Lime Twist and see which side we like the best. Okay, we've got put up the Granny Apple and try a little Lemon Lime Twist. I like that better. I like bringing out that lighter color. Okay. So now all we have to do is put that on the inside. And if you had a lot of the paper, if you weren't doing a class where you were trying to get 12 people to make the same card, you could certainly do strips on the inside too, and that would be beautiful. I just did not have that opportunity this time. And if you'd rather punch, just put one of these punched in there, you could punch it out of green. You could stamp this in Peacock onto Lemon Lime Twist, and that would be pretty, and punch it out. But I think the Granny Apple Green is just a little too dark. It's a little too close to the pretty Peacock shade there. Get that out of the way. We're going to do the Joy and Peace on the inside. Just even border all the way around, top, bottom, left, right. And there we have our pretty little inside piece that coordinates with this. It's not exactly the same. We don't have their strip of paper, but nobody knows. It's still pretty, right? Anybody have any questions so far about this? about this Christmas / non-Christmas card that works for lots of seasons and not just Christmas. Okay, and we're taking the Parakeet Party, which I have used the heck out of this ribbon, this metallic ribbon. Here is our card for anybody who's joining late. While I'm tying our little bow here. Thank y'all for tuning in, whether you're watching live or on the replay. I really appreciate you. And if you have any Stampin' Up! Needs, I'm happy to help. My host code is at the bottom. I do appreciate that when you use that host code when you order under $150 worth. If you order that much, then you could get your own hostess rewards from Stampin' Up! So we want you to do that. But it really helps me to be able to use the hostess credit for the smaller orders so that I can bring you free videos like this one. And would love for you to share with your crafty friends. All right, we're going to put one of these in with that. Since we did the other one on the inside, we'll do this one on the outside. And I'm just going to stick a little glue dot here, or stick this onto a glue dot. How about that? Because if you have an embellishment or a ribbon, then you can take it to the glue dot. That's always easier than trying to take the glue dot off the roll and get it onto your embellishment. And just a couple of glue dots there should be plenty to hold that. And that way we have a little movement possibility. We're going to put that right in there. Whoops, I may snip that just a little so it doesn't interfere with that C. I should have moved it, but I'm all cut now. Should that be straight or not? There we go. That looks more like a branch, I think. See how that is? And then we're going to pop that up with dimensionals, and we'll already be done with this card. What do y'all think? Do you like the combination? Do you think that works? Hi, Julie. That's okay. I don't mind that you missed the beginning. That is actually from the Translucent Florals. It's an online exclusive pack, and it's not a Christmas one at all, but I think it kind of works for Christmas, don't you? Isn't that pretty? Thank you. I'm glad you like it. If you have any other questions, please put them in the comments. Where are you from, Julie? I am in Lubbock, Texas. Kelly Pitts, createwithkelly.com. Glad you tuned in today. I'm doing a whole bunch of them, a whole bunch of videos right in a row. The last 2 or 3 days, I'm trying to make sure I've gotten all my 16 cards that we did at retreat. We're trying to get the tutorials out there for folks who didn't finish their cards, or the folks who got the class to go kit can get their cards completed. So that is what I'm working on. Julie, do you want to? Oh, you're in Ohio. Wonderful. Hope y'all are having pretty weather. We've had gorgeous weather here. It's been like mid-70s. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hello, Kathy. Glad you tuned in again. Thank you. I'm glad you like this. Love this stamp set and think that this could be used for lots of different things. I'll show y'all real quickly, Julie, in case you missed that. The 16 cards, if you want to look for videos of all these, they'll be on my Create with Kelly Pitts site. But these are the cards that we did. So those are the ones I'm working on, a PDF tutorial for all 16, and then also working on getting all the videos finished. I think it's only, I think I only have 2 more after this one. Oh, you already had a snow? We haven't had it. We haven't had snow yet. Well, we always need moisture. So, and I don't mind a little snow. I don't like the ice, but I like the snow when I don't have to be out in it. Okay, well, those are the cards. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope you'll watch some more videos and share this with your crafty friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all have a great week. Thanks for coming, Julie. Hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel at Kelly Create with Kelly Pitts. Good to see you again, Kathy. Bye-bye. Y'all have a great week. Fun times ahead.